Thanks for clicking on Caring Companions. My name is Patrick O'Hare. I started the company in 2002. Let me give you a little background on what was going on in my life at that time. My grandmother was diagnosed with lung cancer, and treatments weren't working very well. And so she decided that she was going to go home and live out the rest of her days. My mother was living in Oklahoma City at the time with her and was able to care for her. But even better, my mother had two sisters, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, and they were able to drop everything and move to Oklahoma and help care for my grandmother in the last of her days. So she had three daughters caring for her at the end of her life. And it was a beautiful thing. I mean, they shared memories, laughter, lots of great things during the final days that my grandmother was alive. But I also recognize that not many families are blessed to have three daughters that can drop everything at the drop of a hat and take care of their mother. That's the idea behind Caring Companions, that we can help you care for your loved ones when it's becoming an overwhelming task for you. And so that's kind of the idea. At the time, I didn't realize that I needed a license to do this. We're licensed by dads. And I wasn't actually qualified, even though despite going to undergraduate school and graduate school, I wasn't actually qualified to be an administrator of Caring Companions. Found out I needed some training. So I enrolled in a certified nursing assistant training. I was going to classes during the day and trying to run the business in the afternoon and night. So it was a crazy, hectic time. But during that time period, when I was going through CNA school and actually doing hands-on training in a nursing home, I just became more convinced that this is a great service that can be provided in the community to help the elderly provide care for their loved ones in their own environment.
Hello, I'm Candace. I'm the administrator of Caring Companions. And I want you to know that when you join the Caring Companions family, a large part of the assessment process is this 100% customized individual service plan. And what that means is we pay very close attention to the details of your daily life because we want to fit into your life with as little adjustment from you as possible. So we discuss things like meal preferences, habits, likes and dislikes, along with the actual activities of daily living needs like hygiene assistance, grooming, getting dressed, getting your shoes on, doctor's appointments, when do we take out the trash. All of those little details are part of our plan to make sure that you have peace of mind when you leave us with your loved one. If you find that you're missing work or missing out on social functions, church activities so that you can be home with your loved one, you might find that Caring Companions is a cost-effective and comforting option to have someone at home with them so that you can continue to live your life. We normally do all the same things that you could do. So it is an adjustment to have someone come into your home and get used to the idea of someone other than you doing things, cooking, cleaning, putting away laundry. But it's important that you take care of yourself because as a caregiver, you know that you can only be your best whenever you're healthy and happy. One of the things that our companion can do as they get to know your environment, and because we have the same person planned to come every time you need us, they can help maintain the calendar. They can take your loved ones to those doctor's appointments and communicate back to you what the doctor has to say. Maintaining a routine, providing comfort and reassurance in times of anxiety. All of these are things that our companions do. They love what they do. Our caregivers are very passionate and experienced and know what they're doing. While maintaining professionalism, they do also develop a relationship with their clients and your loved ones. So it is a comforting family environment, which really is what we're aiming for. A success story for Caring Companions is when the relationship can be restored between our client and their family members. And whether that is you're the spouse and you'd like to just sit on the sofa and hold hands with the person you've loved for 25, 50, 100 years, or if you're an adult child and you'd like to be able to come and see mom without worrying about whether or not they took their medications, Our goal is to restore your relationship to what it originally was before you took on the role of caregiver and started having to care for a loved one. We want you to have as much normalcy as possible in this stage of your life.
Hi, my name is Helen. I'm Director of Community Relations at Caring Companions, and I also do admissions. I thank you for coming to Caring Companions. I'd love to remind you a little bit about what makes us different. Part of our mission statement is to serve, to share, and to support. We serve our community obviously by helping our clients in their home or in the retirement community or in the hospital. We also serve the community by supporting many nonprofit organizations. It's giving back to the community that we do business in. We also share to be able to match up that right companion with our client. It's important for us to know our clients' likes and dislikes, their hobbies, their life history, and if we can match up a companion that shares that same desire and focus, then that's where we're making a match. We also want to support the client in their home by promoting their independence, their dignity, but we also want to make sure that they're not isolated in the home. We know those individuals who stay isolated can become depressed, and that's the last thing we want. So part of our role in our mission is to become a companion, a support service, not change your routine, as Candace mentioned previously. We want to make sure that we're able to support your routine, your likes, your independence, and of course then support your dignity. One of the special things that I feel Caring Companions has is that we have a longevity of not only office staff, the supervisory, we call them our experts in the office, but also our pool of caregivers. Many caregivers still work for Patrick, who started the company 8-9 years ago. With that pool of caregivers, we've done the screening, we've done the background checks. In fact, that's part of our requirement to being licensed through the Department of Aging and Disability Services. You know, Pat's been in business since 2002. We've been able to grow slow, and I think that's important because we are able to pay attention to detail. I think it's important that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and we can do that by connecting with you, the client, and the family. There's going to be hiccups along the way, but it's how you resolve those hiccups in this very humanistic role that we play and work in. I think that's important. We only do personal assistance services at Caring Companions. Again, this allows us to focus on you and your loved one so that we are meeting your expectations, learning what the role is of our companion in your home. It's important that we are licensed through the state, bonded and insured, and I think that as you've done your homework, as you're looking for personal assistance services, I'm hoping that you'll think of Caring Companions as the company to go to as you're looking for support in the home. Thank you.